Hi guys, welcome back to another pregnancy vlog. This week I am 29 weeks and this vlog is going to be for 28 and 29 weeks. Of course you probably saw that by the title. And right now the baby is weighing about 3 pounds and he's about 16 inches tall. So far I've gained about 20 pounds, which is right on track. And I also had a doctor's appointment last week and she told me my weight gain was actually really good. Um, at my last doctor's appointment, she also measured my, I think it's called the fundal height of my belly, and that was about 29 inches. And she said for now on, that's probably what she's going to do is measure that, because you measure it then on. And she let me know that that measurement is actually very normal, because you're supposed to be close to your weeks. So if you're 28 weeks, I guess on average, your fundal height will be 28. And so mine's 29, which is close and is still about average, she said. So nothing to worry about there. And then also, I did have to take the glucose test at my last doctor's appointment, which was the hour glucose test. So I had to be there for about an hour. And then, like, within that time, I had an appointment with my doctor. And my doctor did tell me before I came to make sure I do not eat a really sugary breakfast. Don't eat fruit. She said don't eat bread unless I really have to eat bread. Only eat whole wheat bread because it's better than white bread. She told me to eat eggs. She said eggs are the best breakfast to have before you come in. So I did. I had eggs and veggie sausage for breakfast. So with that test, they had 3 different drinks for you to choose from. They had lemon, orange, and fruit punch. I absolutely hate lemon. I like orange, but I decided to go with the fruit punch drink, and I decided to chug it. They give you 5 minutes to drink it, but I didn't really like it that much, so I tried to chug it. It was really, really sweet. I did not get sick after drinking it, luckily, but I did get extremely tired, and they told me that's usually normal. And it was funny because the nurse was asking me, is your baby like moving around? Is he going crazy from like all the sugar he just got? But I think he got tired too because he wasn't really like kicking me after that for a while. So like he was just moving and he was like doing like subtle movements, not like going crazy. So I think he felt the same tiredness that I felt, which my doctor told me some babies are like that. It's either one extreme or the other. And luckily, I actually passed my glucose test, so I was really excited because I have nothing to worry about. And I was a little concerned just because diabetes does run in my family, and some people in my family developed it while they were pregnant and it did not go away. So that was something I was not looking forward to happen, but I am excited and really happy that it's not something that I have to worry about. I also decided to get my flu shot at my last appointment. I was really debating about it, but I've been around a lot of people lately, so I thought that might be a good idea. Um, Excuse me, we usually don't get the flu shot because I do know people that got sick after getting it, and I didn't want to get sick after getting it, but I feel like I'm coming into contact with a lot more people now, so I might as well just go ahead and get the flu shot. It kind of made more sense to me. Also, at my last doctor's appointment, I talked to my doctor about trying to deliver naturally and not getting an epidural during delivery and different things that I could do or suggestions. And I already knew that she does natural births, but she suggested to me to take Bradley method courses. I heard about the Bradley method before, but I never really looked into it. I just heard about it. I just heard it was like a new thing, and it's a lot better than like Lamaze classes, but I never went further from that. And so I started doing a lot more research on it because I was like, okay, this method must be a really good method because my doctor also suggested it. It's not just something you hear other people talk about. We found somebody who can work with our schedule because the Bradley method is a 12-week course, and I am 29 weeks now, so I have 11 weeks left. So she's gonna combine a couple of classes together, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. She said those classes aren't too extensive. You're not really going into the exercises yet, so those classes will just be a little longer and we'll combine classes. And so that is really helpful for us. And then we're gonna do it on a Saturday too, because one Saturday I'm gonna have off of work. So we're gonna have more time to combine another class as well. So I was really excited because at first I was discouraged, like, okay, we're just gonna have to read books or something. But I was happy that we found somebody who can work within our schedule with it being so tight. And she said some people that does happen. So makes me feel better we're not the only people who waited till last minute. We did go back for another 3D ultrasound last week as well, and it ended up the same way as the last time. I was a little disappointed because I did want really good pictures. I'll let you see a couple of them. But as you can see, I mean, the best pictures we got were of his feet. And the whole time he was doing the same thing as last time. He was turning towards my placenta, had his hand in his face, and she had to go in a weird angle again. And it just didn't work out. And we tried for like 35, 40 minutes to get a picture, and we didn't get a really good picture at all. So that was a little disappointing, but it's okay. They actually didn't even charge us for it, and they just gave us our money back because they were like, the picture should have been a lot better. So I thought that was really nice of them. So now I can feel like more distinct movements. Um, I guess because he is running out of room in there, so I can start seeing him more on the outside. It looks almost like the baby Matrix. I might do a video a little later, um, or maybe a little later on, because if I can already see it now, I can imagine how it will look later on. Because you can actually saw, like last night, my husband, I saw him put his arm on my stomach and like push against my stomach, and like we can actually see his arm, and that was like really weird for us because he was fascinated by it. I was like, that's so weird. It was just weird. And so I think that's actually pretty cool. And his kicks are a lot stronger. So you can see the movements, the kicks are stronger, and it's actually not that as bad as I thought. Cause like, oh, I'm gonna hate this by the time I reach the third trimester. But I actually do not hate it yet. It feels like more like normal. So now I feel like at the end, after he's here, it's gonna be kind of weird not feeling him anymore. So we'll see how that goes. So as far as symptoms go, I still have heartburn, but it's not something that happens every day, which is really good. I would say probably like 2 times a week I've experienced heartburn, 1 or 2 times for the past 2 weeks. So I haven't been complaining about that because it was a lot worse in the weeks prior. And now I can honestly say I have pregnancy brain. I've been trying to get a lot more sleep because I did read a couple of places that if you're starting to forget things or having trouble concentrating or on certain things, just try to get a little more rest or sleep, and maybe that can help. But yeah, I'll forget like the little things, like important things. I don't think I've really forgotten too much of those, but I'm actually usually good at remembering things, like just random things. For example, at work, if I get like an order or something, I can like just remember it, but I have to like repeat it in my head to make sure I remember it now because it's just not as easy for me to remember. So, that's another thing that I have been going through, as well as peeing a lot. I know this might be too much information, but I've been going to the bathroom a lot more, like as during the day, not just at night. It's not that bad, but during the day, I've noticed I've been having to go to the restroom a lot more than before. Actually, sleep is pretty good. I've been sleeping throughout the night. I think I've only had 1 or 2 bathroom breaks in the middle of the night. 2 at the most. Most nights it's only just waking up one time to go to the bathroom. And for me, I don't think that's too bad. It might change later on, but right now It's just 1 or 2 times at the most for bathroom breaks. And then I have experienced a couple of times where I felt shortness of breath when I like went up a large flight of stairs. I had to catch myself and be like, oh wow, I'm a little winded. Like if I'm talking and walking up the stairs, because I know for one that does happen because there's a lot of stairs at my job. You either use the elevator or stairs, but I sometimes use the stairs. Or when I'm at home, when I use the stairs, sometimes it'll be like a slight shortness of breath if I'm like talking and walking up the stairs when I get to the top. I've noticed that. So I think it's becoming more important for me to start exercising. And I know the lady who does the Bradley Method course, she told me I need to exercise at least 30 minutes a day, either fast walking, elliptical, something at the minimum, to start preparing my body for delivery. So that's something I told myself I'm definitely going to start making more of an effort. And then I've also started doing prenatal yoga with my mother-in-law. She used to be a prenatal yoga instructor, so I just go over there a couple times a week. For the past 2 weeks, I've finally just started, and I've been doing that with her too to help with stretching and stuff like that. So I'm trying to prepare because I know it's going to be something that is more difficult than anything I've ever done. So, and if I'm already getting a shortness of breath, I feel like that's a sign that I might need to be a little more active and get my body ready for the birthday. And I feel like I might have had a Braxton Hicks one day, a Braxton Hicks contraction. I'm not exactly sure because I am a little iffy on if it's a Braxton Hicks or how exactly they feel. And I think probably most moms do. I'm just going to ask my doctor just to make sure. She said I should be feeling them every once in a while. But I don't know if it's like, because it still kind of felt like around ligament, because that's where it was. But, I mean, I'm supposed to get Braxton Hicks around now. So I don't know if I'm telling myself that because I feel like, oh, it's something that is supposed to happen right now. So I should have it. Or if I'm just making it up. Because it was just like right when I just moved, it went away. So I was just sitting down and like I got up and moved and it went away. And so I don't know. Is that Braxton Hicks? It was just a little bit of like I don't know, like a slight little cramp, and then like when I moved, it went away. If you know, let me know because I really am curious. Because I'm not sure. I still haven't had any cravings either. Like I did say earlier, I was eating a lot more sweets right before my doctor's appointment, but I think it's because I told myself, oh, I shouldn't eat a lot of sweets because it might mess up my test for later on. And for some reason, I actually wanted sweets because I don't know why. And so, and now I don't even really want them anymore. So I do think it was probably because I knew I wasn't supposed to have it, or I told myself I wasn't supposed to have it, so I wanted it. Go figure. And I believe that's about it about me as well. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly. Okay. So here is my belly. If you can see it. It has been growing. And actually people have asked me if I'm having twins and saying that I am big or fat, which I want to say is pretty rude. But here's the side view of it. And the other side. But yeah, that's my belly at 29 weeks. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please put them down in the comment section. And give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!